What's happening, guys? It's Shane here, and today I have a very special video for you. We are going to be talking about the best associate level majors and associate degrees. And this is a highly requested topic. These videos always do really well because a lot of people are interested in going to college, but they don't necessarily want to go for 4 years. Especially since you can get an associate's degree at a community college and you don't necessarily have to pay those higher prices to go to a state university or a private university. And also because bachelor degrees, let's be honest, a lot of the time do take more than 4 years. So on this list, I'm going to be going over all different types of degrees. So pretty much no matter what you're interested in, you'll likely see a degree that's somewhat related to that on this list. And we're going to jump right into that right after you know what to do. Gently tap the like button. Let's go for, I don't know, 2,567 likes on this video. And also subscribe and hit the notification bell if you haven't done that already so that you never miss out on a video. All right, so number 10 on this list is going to be industrial design. Now this one is going to be for people who are interested in more artistic related degrees. So basically industrial design is where you're going to be drawing up different designs for products that are going to go to mass market. And these are going to be the types of products that have to be mass produced. So they do have to be relatively practical and simple. So you're going to be seeing a lot of simple, sleek, and ergonomic designs that can be mass produced. Now with this one, you can start off making about $47,000 a year and mid-career pay is $81,000. It does have a 46% meaning score according to pay scale, so that's not that great. But yeah, this one did make it on the list because the statistics are pretty good and I wanted to include one for people who are interested in art degrees. Number 9 is going to be a business degree, and that is going to be management information systems. So if I was to explain management information systems in just a few words, it's basically about 40% business, 30% computer science, and 30% IT. So it's a really good combination of business skill set mixed with technology skills. And even at the associate level, you see that this one is relatively good. So for instance, you're going to start off making about $47,000 a year and mid-career pay is $81,000. This is also an extremely flexible degree. There's so many different things that you can do because you're basically combining two of the most valuable and most important skills together. Think about it. Just about every company out there, of course, needs people who are good at business, but they also need people who are good at technology. And it's very rare to find somebody who is good at both. Now, this one is technically a business degree, but I would also say that it's relatively easy compared to, like, say, an engineering degree or a physics degree. So that's a question I get all the time is, you know, engineering, physics, way too hard for me. What's a good degree that is a little bit easier? And this is definitely one of my top recommendations. Now, if you look at the meaning score on payscale.com, it's 48%. Again, not that great. But of course, that depends on what career path you go down and a bunch of other things. Number 8 on the list is going to be occupational health and safety. And this is going to be a public health related degree that is going to teach you how to keep the workplace as safe as possible. You know, a lot of people don't know this, but back in the 1800s in the United States, children were working and oftentimes dying in factories. The working conditions were extremely dangerous. And of course, things have gotten a lot better these days, but this is just a career that makes sure things are as safe as possible. So things like making sure that the air quality is clean and making sure that the building isn't going to collapse. Also, this one has a 72% meaning score, which is fantastic. So that is an indicator that you are likely to be more happy in the long run if you choose this career path and this degree. Next one on the list, number 7, is going to be information technology management. So you're basically going to be managing information that is stored on networks as well as computers. So you will be somebody who consults with people if they have some type of issue or error with your computer. You'll be installing different programs. You'll be updating computers, making sure you have the latest cutting edge technology. You'll likely be researching and recommending different technology products to the company, both hardware and software that fit their specific needs. And with this one, you'll start off making about $45,000 a year and $80,000 in mid-career pay. So yeah, it can be really good for the right person. You want to be somebody who's really tech savvy, you love computers, you're just interested in that stuff in general. Number 6 on the list is going to be a health-related degree, and that's going to be diagnostic medical ultrasound. This is also known as medical sonography. Now, what everybody thinks of when you say ultrasound or sonography is being able to see a baby when they're still inside of the mother. And that is one of the things you learn if you become a sonographer. But there's actually a lot of other types of sonography. So for instance, vascular sonography is used to identify different blockages or clots within the arteries and veins. And with this one, you can expect to make around $55,000 a year starting out and $81,000 in mid-career pay. It also has a whopping 88% meaning score. And this is something you see in a lot of health-related degrees, health-related careers, where people really do think that they're making an impact in the world. And that does tend to suggest that it's going to affect your happiness in the long run. So you're going to be more satisfied, more happy with your career in the long run, most likely. You still want to do your research on it, make sure it's something you're interested in and you're the right type of person for the job. Number 5 on the list is going to be project management. And this is going to be another business-related associate degree. So project management is basically where somebody has a plan in order to use a company's resources to figure out how to move a project forward on time. So the 3 big things you're dealing with here are going to be budget, time, and then the completion of the project itself. This is going to involve working with different departments, different people, as well as different personalities. And with this one, you can expect to make around $50,000 a year starting out and $85,000 in mid-career pay. And the meaning score for this one is a little bit better than some of the other business ones. It's about 52%. Number 4 on the list is going to be electrical and computer engineering. So this one is pretty self-explanatory. You're going to be working with computers, probably designing them, and you'll be specifically focusing on the hardware side of things, probably about 80%, but also a little bit on the software as well. With this one, you can expect to make about $47,000 a year starting out and $87,000 in mid-career pay. It also has a 58% meaning score, so pretty good. Next one on the list, number 3, is going to be instrumentation technology. So this is another technology related degree, and this is one where you're basically going to be working on designing, maintaining, installing, and inspecting different types of instruments that you would find in a company. And many companies, of course, rely on instruments in order to get the daily tasks done. So one really obvious example of this would be somebody who checks the instruments that you use in flights. And as you can imagine, there is a lot of different instruments on an airplane, and you want them to be as accurate as possible. So with this one, you'd start off making about $51,000 a year, and mid-career pay is $90,000. It also has a 59% meaning score, which is relatively good. Next one on the list, number 2, is going to be radiation therapy. And this is basically going to be the treatment of diseases, the most common one, of course, being cancer, using X-ray technology. So in radiation therapy, you'll be doing a lot of different things. You will, of course, be interacting with the patients. You'll be assisting the doctor, like checking the charts. You'll also be handling a lot of the scheduling, and anytime a machine has an issue, you will be troubleshooting that issue. Now with this one, you'll start off making about $65,000 a year and $95,000 in mid-career pay. Absolutely bonkers. That is incredible for what is basically an associate level degree. And on top of that, this one has a ridiculous 92% meaning score, which you see a lot when it comes to health related degrees. So yeah, it can be great for the right person, can be a very stressful job. Health tends to be very busy, pretty stressful. You see people on their worst days, but for the right type of personality, this can be a fantastic choice. And number 1 on the list, no surprise here at all, probably the most valuable skill set you can learn, whether it's teaching yourself or getting a doctorate, computer science and mathematics. I've talked about this one extensively on this channel. It's almost like a meme at this point. It's number 1 in many different categories. So yeah, $45,000 a year starting off, $106,000 in mid-career pay. Does have a 49% meaning score, so make sure you're interested in computer science and mathematics before going into this. Don't go into it if you hate it. I think that kind of goes with everything on this channel. Make sure you're actually interested in it. Don't go into something just for the money. But yeah, hope you enjoyed the video. Check my other ones out right here. I made them just for you. Go ahead, gently tap that like button, hit the subscribe button, ring the notification bell, and comment down below any thoughts, comments, criticisms, etc. And I will see you next time.